students. Today, before starting our new lecture, we will discuss some doubts. So, doubts from exercise 14.2 are there. Okay, and it is question number 4, second part. First doubt is question number 4, second part of exercise 14.2. Now here you will observe that some information is given to you and you have to make grouped frequency distribution table, and I hope you all have made this. As intervals are also given, that according to these intervals you have to make the table. Now second part asks that what can you conclude about their heights from the table. Means you have to tell the conclusion from the given data, and after forming the group frequency distribution table also, you have to observe that table and tell the question that what you conclude about their heights. Okay, so you will observe that conclusion is above 50% or more than 50% students, we will conclude that more than 50% students are shorter than 165 centimeter. Okay, so this is the question number 4, second part. Now next out is question number 5, second part. Again, if you will observe the table, that is, you have formed group frequency distribution table according to question number 5, first part. So if you observe that table, then you will see that, then you will get the answer of question number 5, second part. Now what this question says? This question says that for how many days was the concentration of sulfur dioxide more than 0.11 parts per million? So here you will see that according to, if you can count from the given data, then it's okay. But if you see from the table, then it is written that you have to find the concentration of sulfur dioxide more than 0.11 ppm. Okay, so more than 0.11 ppm will lie from 0.1 to whatever means you are making. I think here I am observing that intervals are of 0.04 gap. Okay? So if you observe that, then you will get answer from here 0.12 to 0.16. After this, whatever data is there in the table, that will be the answer. So according to the question, answer will be that 8 days. For how many days? 8 days, or you can write the concentration of sulfur dioxide, as you have to observe it from formed group frequency distribution table by you. So if you will observe there, then there is an interval of 0.12 to 0.16. So from that interval to the last interval, means to the last whatever number is there, that is the answer. So answer is the concentration of sulfur dioxide more than, or you can write for 8 days. Okay, in front of it you can write for 8 days the concentration of sulfur dioxide is more than 0.11 ppm. Okay, is more than 0.11. So this is the answer. So answer is for 8 days. Okay, so till here I think it is clear to all of you. Then come to question number 7. Now question number 7, there is again a doubt from you only. So question number 7, in this, as you all know that this is the given value of pi, and that is 3.14 and dash dash, means, and you can say that up to 50 decimal places numbers are given after decimal. So what you have to do, as it is written, make a frequency distribution of the digits from 0 to 9 after the decimal point. So what you will do, you will form a table, but this time no need to form a grouped frequency table. Okay, so you can form here ungrouped frequency table. That means you will start that for 0, how many times 0 is coming in this given decimal places, you will count it and then you will write it. Then how many times 1 is coming, then 2 is coming, then 3, then 4, and so on. Okay, so like this you will just write that how many times 0 is coming, you will write its frequency over here. So I am just writing of 0 and 1, and then you can do of further. Okay, so if you count that 0 is coming from the question, answer of this is 2. So 0 is coming twice, so I can write that frequency of coming 0 is, or frequency of 0 is 2 in the given decimal place. Now you can count for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that 4 times 1 is coming. Like this you can count for 2, you can count for 3, and so on till 9. So like this you have to do your question number 7. So I hope there is no doubt in this exercise 14.2 left. Okay, if there is still any doubt, then you can take it after this lecture. Okay, now I am starting with a new lecture or new topic, you can say. Now today we will study graphical representation of data. Okay, so I hope you have written this and you have understood this graphical representation. Let me tell you one more thing, that we have studied grouped frequency table. Grouped frequency table. Frequency distribution table. Okay, now again there are two types of group frequency distribution table. Okay, I'm writing it fully over here. Distribution table. Okay, this is one of the important thing for graphical representation. So please listen it carefully. Now here are again two types of group frequency distribution table. First is non-continuous group frequency distribution table, and second is, I'm writing over here, second is continuous frequency distribution table. Okay, so there are two types of group frequency distribution table. As this is very much important for graphical representation, please listen it carefully, that how to make continuous frequency distribution table from non-continuous frequency distribution table. Because in some questions you will be given only non-continuous frequency distribution table, and then from there you have to form continuous frequency distribution table, and then only it is possible. Weight of students in kg. Okay, and here number of students, so you can say frequency of students, that how many students are having this kg of weight. Okay, so first group is 31 to 35. Okay, so here you can see that students who lies in between 31 to 35 kg weight, they are 9. Then you can see next is 36 to, next group is of 36 to 40. So that is of 5. 5 students are there which are there in the group of 36 to 40. Then next you will observe 41 to 45. So that is 14 students are there. Then 46 to 50. Here again how many students are there? 3 students are there. Then next is 51 to 55. Again, how many students are there? You will observe that one student. Then in 56 to 60 group, how many students are there? Again, 2 students are there. Then in next 61 to 65, how many students are there? Again, 2 students are there. Then 66 to 70, how many students are there? 1. Then last is 71 to 75, again 1 students are there, and there are total of 38 students. Okay, so I think this table is clear to you. Now you will observe that I have made this table under non-continuous frequency distribution table. So you will see that as there is non-continuous intervals, there are no non-continuous interval over here. So that's why name of this table is non-continuous frequency distribution table. So we can say that you can see that in the first group, group is from 31 to 35. Then second group is starting from 36. As you will see here that there is discontinuity of 35. After 35, there is a starting from 36. Okay. So here you can see that discontinuity is occurring over here. So that's why we will say this as a non-continuous interval of frequency distribution table. So again, in next interval also you can observe that after 36 to 40, next group is starting from 41 to 45. Then next you can see that in next group after 41 to 45, next group is starting from 46 to 50. Like this you will observe in each and every interval there is discontinuity in each and every interval. So here we if in the question like this intervals are present, then it's your duty to form it into continuous frequency distribution table. Now how to form that? So I will be telling only for first 3 intervals, then for others you can make it easily. So there is, okay, I am telling you the formula that how to form it. So what you will do is, you will take lower limit of second interval, okay, then okay, I am writing the formula over here, lower limit of second interval minus upper limit, okay, I am writing minus over here, upper limit of second interval, okay, and then we will divide their subtraction by 2. That means I am just doing for first interval. You can see that I am just doing for this. You can see that our lower limit of second interval is 36. So I am writing here 36. Then my minus sign is there. So I have written here minus sign. Okay. Then it is written in next bracket upper limit of second interval. So upper limit of second interval is, sorry, upper limit of first interval will come here. What will come? Upper limit of first interval. So you can see that upper limit of first interval is 35. So 35 will come, and then we will divide the difference by 2. So you will observe that answer is coming as 0.5. I think this formula is clear to all of you. Again, I am telling it again. If we want to, and if in any question non-continuous data is given, then it's for graphical representation, it's compulsory to make non-continuous to continuous frequency distribution table. Okay. So how to do that? What you will do is, you will take lower limit of second interval. That means you can see that 36 I have taken over here. Then you will mark minus sign in between. Then you will write upper limit of first interval. Now what is the upper limit of first interval? You can see upper limit of first interval is 35. As in my previous lecture I have told you that in the given interval, whatever number is written in the front, that is lower limit. Whatever number is written at the back, means second number, whatever is there, that it will be the upper limit. Again I am telling here, this is lower limit and this is upper limit. For this you have to observe or you have to listen previous lecture, then only it will be clear that which is lower and which is upper. So the formula is lower limit of second minus upper limit of first divided by 2. That's what I have done and I have got answer as 0.5. Now what to do of this 0.5? This 0.5 is not just the answer, not just an answer. You have to form a table again, okay, by adding this 0.5 in lower limit and in upper limit and subtracting it from lower limit. So I am making this table again, and this time I will make it for continuous frequency distribution table. This table you can observe in your book also on page number 243. Okay, so here you will see that I am making a table for continuous frequency distribution table. As this is very much important for graphical representation, so you have to convert non-continuous to continuous first in every graphical representation, so it's very important. So I'm making it again. This time table will be in continuous frequency distribution. So again I'm making the table for weights of some students. This time table will be continuous, in continuous frequency distribution. Now you can see over here that first it was 31 to 35. Now how to make 31 to 35? What we will do, we will add this 0.5. We will subtract this 0.5 from our lower limit. Okay. And then we will add, as in non-continuous it was given 35. So I am writing here, we will add this 0.5 in upper limit. Again, for second, you will see that we will subtract from lower limit and then we will add in upper limit. Like this we will do in each and every interval. So I am doing 41 minus 0.5 and 45 plus 0.5. Then for next, what we will do? 46 minus 0.5, 50 plus 0.5. Like this, you will get the continued data. Is this clear? Okay. So after forming this, okay, like this, you can continue it yourself. I have just told you that how to make it. You have to also do like this only. Whatever thing I am doing here, you have to copy it in your notebooks. So till here I think you have written. Now what you will do is, you will observe that now our new table formed will be in the continuous data, and that is, you will observe that 31.5 to 35.5, this is the first interval. The next interval is 35.5 to 40.5. The next is 40.5 to 45.5. The next is 45.5 to 50.5. So this is the continuous data. Okay. So you can write it in your notebook as it is, the way I have written on the board. You have to write like this only, so that you will get the idea that what to do. You can copy it. So this is continuous data for from the non-continuous data. So I hope this continuous data is clear. If there is any kind of doubt in this converting portion, then you can ask afterwards. But this is very much important, so you have to learn it, how to form it. Side by side, you can copy it. Okay. After that, my next topic is graphical representation. Next topic is graphical representation of the data. So here in graphical representation of data. Now this graphical representation consists of many types of graph. So our first is bar graph. As you already have learned this bar graph in your previous classes. Still again, I am just repeating it so that you will get it much better. Okay. So in this bar graph, as you all know that there will be two axes in this graph. This will be called as x-axis. This will be called as y-axis. Okay. And wherever these two axes are meeting, and that is known as origin. I think from this you all are aware. Now for bar graph, there should be an equal gap between each representation. Okay, equal spacing you can say between each representation. Okay, and whatever information is given, you will be writing it on x-axis. Okay, and whatever information in digits is given, that you will be writing on y-axis. Now, in example number 5, it is just one example is given for you. In this example, one bar graph have been shown directly. Okay, no need to make it from the given data, as it is given. The bar graph, you can see it from the book. Now, on the basis of this bar graph, some questions are given. So, on the basis of this bar graph, we will answering these questions. So, our first question is, how many students were born in the month of November? Now, for this, you have to open the book, and you will observe in the book that in month of the November, 4 students. Okay, 4 students were born in the month of November. Like this, you can answer for second part also. In which month were the maximum number of students born? So you will see that in which month? In August, the maximum number of students were born. Okay. So like this, if bar graph is given directly, and if some questions on basis of those are given, on basis of that is given, then you have to answer it from given bar graph only. Now, in example number 6, I'm making example number 6. I'm telling example number 6 here. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now, in example number 6, some information is given to you, and you have to make, in this example, you have to make bar graph yourself. Okay, so you can, I'm reading it. In this example, a family with a monthly income of rupees 20,000 had planned the following expenditures per month under various heads. One table is given. You can observe that in one column heads are given, and in second expenditure in 1,000 rupees are given. Then we have to draw a bar graph for the given data. So as you will observe the information from the given data, and I will draw here bar graph. You have to draw the bar graph with the help of scale, and you will be drawing each and every graph on the graph paper, and then you will paste that graph paper in your notebook. You will not make separate graph paper. You will paste every graph wherever it is required. Wherever graph is required, you will paste every graph. You will make every graph on a paper, and then you will paste it in your notebook in front of the question. So, and one more thing, you have to make each and every line with the help of scale. So as you all know that this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is origin. Okay. So here data is given, and as I have told you, whatever information regarding data is given, we will draw it on x-axis. So I am drawing it on x-axis. So I am drawing that, I am just writing here that this is the information regarding grocery. Then next I will just make equal spacing between each and every graph. So I will make it, and then next is for rent. Then I again, after making equal spacing, next is for education of children. Then next again I will make equal spacing. Next is for medicine. Then for next again, after equal spacing, next is for fuel. Then after some equal spacing, next is for entertainment. Then after some equal spacing, next is for miscellaneous. Okay, so this is the question. According to the question, I have just drawn a graph over here. On x-axis I have written the information. Now it's digital information, means information in digits. Whatever is given, I will be writing it on y-axis. So for that I will make equal spacing like this. Means I am making 0, 1, 2, 3. I am writing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on y-axis, as in the for y-axis digits are given. So you will observe that for grocery, how many thousand rupees are there? 4,000. So 4,000 rupees are here. So you, in front of 4, you will be making the graph like this. I think you have already made this in 8th class also, so it's easy for you. Then for rent, sorry, grocery, I have drawn it wrong, like this. Then for rent, it is for 5. Okay. Then for education of children, it is again 5. Then for medicine, it is 2. It is 2. Then for fuel, again it is 2,000 rupees. Then for entertainment, it is 1. Then for medicine, it is miscellaneous, it is again 1,000. So I hope till here there is no doubt. So here you will mention that they are heads over here, and here they are expenditure. Expenditure in thousands. Okay. So I think till here there is no doubt. This example. Next type is of histogram. Next is of histogram. Now for histogram, it is first of all very much compulsory to form your question from non-continuous interval to continuous interval, or from non-continuous frequency table to non-continuous to continuous. Okay, as I have told you earlier, that how to make from non-continuous to continuous. So like that you will make it. Okay, for histogram, let me tell you that how to make histogram. In histogram, there will be no spacing in between the bars. Okay, there will be no spacing. There will be no gap. It can be formed like this, means there will be no gap. Okay, one example I am telling you, like this you will not, won't be able to understand. You will not be able to understand. So for histogram, again, one question we will do. You will see that one question on page number 249 is given, and I am drawing the histogram for that table. That means weights in kg again are given, and number of students, this data is given, and I will draw a histogram for that. Okay, so for that, how to make histogram? Again, we will write our first column here, that is weights in kg, information regarding weights we have to draw, so that's why I will draw it here. And number of students, that how many number of students are there in which group, that I will write it on y-axis. Okay, now gapping means now how many equal spacing, how many what number should I write over here and here. So you will see that in the number of students table in the given question, number is 9, 6, 15, 3, 1, 2. So you here, if you will take the gap of 2 units from starting, then it will be sufficient. So that's why I am taking the gap for 2 units. Okay. So like this I have drawn. After that, here you will draw gap for gap according to lower limit of the interval, according to lower limit. So after first it will be 30.5, then after 30.5 what will come? You will observe that it will come as 35.5, then next it will come as 40.5, then next it will come as 45.5, then next it will come as 50.5, then next it will come as 55.5, and then at last it will come as 60.5. These are the weight in kg. I hope this is clear to all of you. Okay, now you will see that first of all observe one thing. As you will observe here that here gap is equal. If here gap is of 2, then above 2 gap of 2 are coming. Okay. If here is a gap of 5.5, but if here is a gap of 5.5, then okay, if we will start it from here, you will observe that here gap is of 30.5, because if we subtract 0 from 30.5, we will get the gap of 30.5. Here gap is of 5, here gap is of 5, here gap is of 5. You will observe that after this gapping, every gapping is of 5 units only. So you will observe that this is unequal. That's why we will make a sign of kink over here. We will make a sign of kink over here. Is this clear? This is the sign for kink. This is the sign for kink. So I think this kink sign is clear, that where you have to make, wherever gap is coming unequal, there you will make a kink. If suppose here it will come a gap of unequal gap will come, okay, then you will make this kink over here. अगर यहाँ unequal gap आ गया तो यहाँ बनाओगे, यहाँ आ गया, as you can observe from here that here spacing is coming, means difference is of 30.5, here gapping is of 5, 5, 5, 5. So here unequal gap is there, so that's why you will make a kink over here only. So I hope this kink option is clear to you. Now it's very much easy to draw a graph for this. Now you will observe the given table, and then you will be able to draw the graph. So according to 30.5 to 35.5, number of students are 9, and 9 is coming over here. So like this you will draw. Then for 35.5 to 40.5, number of students are 6. So here you will draw. Then for 40.5 to 45.5, number of students are 15. So here you will draw. Okay, you are observing here that there is, after one bar, there is no spacing. But in bar graph, there was a spacing after each and every graph, after each and every information. Here, as there is no spacing, that's why continuous data is mandatory in case of histogram graph. Okay. So after this you will observe that for 45.5 to 50.5, answer is 3, means number of students are 3. Then for 50.5 to 55.5, number of students are 1. Then for 55.5 to 60.5, number of students are 2. I think till here there is no doubt. So like this, you have to make, you can make bar graph also, histogram also, whatever, from whatever information you are getting in the. Okay, so for today your homework is that you have to do exercise 14.3. In 14.3 you will be able to do question number 1, then question number 2, question number 3, then question number 4, question number 3, question number 4, question number 5. Till here you will draw the, you will do these questions. This is the homework for today. Thank you.